Today, I want to talk about one theory that, if true, could take the Bad Batch to the next level and make it a true sequel to the Clone Wars. So let's get right into this, and I'm going to be quoting from a TheDirect.com article in which they refer to Episode 3 and how Tarkin remains unconvinced that the services of the clones will be required for much longer, instead sold on the plan of the show's new villain, Admiral Rampart, to use elite clones to temporarily train and lead enlistees. End quote. And of course, the Kamino contingency isn't a big fan of all this and seem to be plotting against the Empire behind the scenes. The Direct.com article goes on to state there have been several moments throughout the Bad Batch's first few episodes depicting the Kaminoans sharing their contempt for the Empire and even undermining the new government's authority. End quote. And at the end of Episode 3, it really seems like the Kaminoans have committed to getting back the Bad Batch, and more specifically probably Omega, so that they can create a new batch of superior clones for the Empire. So the big question then is, how exactly do the Kaminoans plan to get the Bad Batch back? I mean, we have a unit of soldiers that's more powerful than an army. Do the Kaminoans have some sort of special weapon that they're going to use against the Bad Batch? I don't think they do, and there's really just one way that I see this all going, and that is that the Kaminoans are going to use the clone troopers that they create. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to manipulate a unit of clones into believing they had orders from the Empire to capture the Bad Batch, or the Kaminoans may even be able to genetically manipulate some of the clones, somehow pulling their loyalty from the Empire to their creators, the Kaminoans. And if that is true, then this all could be building to an event that, as I said earlier, would make the Bad Batch a true sequel to the Clone Wars. Because of course the big problem with the Bad Batch being a sequel to the Clone Wars is during this timeline there's no war. So if the Kaminoans are going to take some of their clones and use them for their own operations, then I think there's a very good chance that that could all lead to some sort of clone rebellion or clone uprising. And I don't mean that in the sense that all clones are going to turn on the Empire and it's going to be clones versus stormtroopers. I mean, throughout canon we've seen examples of clones that have been in the service of the Empire, so that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. No, what I think Dave Filoni and his team of writers might have in store for us would be far worse than that, and that is the fact that we could see brother versus brother, a clone versus clone war with the Empire versus the Kaminoans. Not only would this moment be heartbreaking seeing brother versus brother, but this conflict would also take the series to the next level and make it a true sequel to the Clone Wars. But hey, Star Wars fans, that's just my crazy speculation for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.